into episode 2 of our Browns franchise. So our two free agents we got DJ Reader and Danny Dimes. So we're gonna go to the draft.
Brazil might be 6'10", but more than a capable three-point shooter, and he just drifted to the wing and found himself wide open.
We got the 8th pick.
Three guys around, and then you love the confidence of the senior, the fifth-year guy. He's played over 100 games.
We need a receiver. We'll get a
You
receiver.
don't see that anymore. And the confidence and the poise to knock it down. What a big-time shot in a tough situation.
Come on,
It
take
hasn't been
it.
Brazil's day, but he had a game against Vandy where he had 14 rebounds and 10 points and 4 steals. And Cal says, how many guys
Oh, he has a
usually
30-second
like that
pick.
at 6'10"?
Okay.
When you're that good, I'm not settling. I need your performance every day, not just every other day.
And again, look at the eyes that were on A-Cup. There were three
Okay.
sets of eyes and 6 feet right in front of him, and he made the right play at the right time. But again, big-time shot by Brazil.
Bad 1, 2, 3, make it up. You can do it. Now I found it now.
Remember, they made it 3 threes all game. Open one, knocked down again from Thomas Jr. Part of an 18-point game.
That was something good.
You
Got downhill, under control, cross him over, little floater in the lane.
All right, Joe, there's about an 8-second differential. I was going to ask
Tap,
you
tap.
if
Come
you
on,
needed
tap,
the
tap.
foul or what
85D
you
is
think
crazy.
you could wait.
I think when you're down, you want to extend the game, you want to make the game longer, you want to see if they can knock down some free throws, and then it gives you more time to come down, you don't get in such a frantic situation. I love fouling in this situation.
All we need is a free safety on defense. We will have the best defense. Just definitely.
Now, you would rather have not, now this game,
Probably one of them. Not the best, but like.
you don't have that choice.
81% from the line this season.
FS. Free
And
safety.
the window of opportunity, that door is...
Honestly, let's get Kobe Bryant.
Big one here, again, if you're LSU, you don't
He
need
didn't
to
even go to college. His college was high school.
Misses.
You want to get a good, you want to get something good. You don't need a
Down,
three.
down, 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 down.
Kiddo just trying to get open. Thomas Jr. backs up near the hogtail. The runner tipped out of bounds.
He looks slow at him. That's crazy.
The official says Arkansas basketball.
He said he's sorry that my man gave me hit. Hoop time.
They look close.
Maybe off the big hand of Nwoko, and I think one of our officials, Phil Howard, turned to Coach McMahon and said, want to take a look on that, but we're going to play on with 11.6.
It's had 4 sets of Razorback hands and 1 LSU hand, but again, it looked like
First game, dang, we have an 88 lead now.
Timeout called by A-Cup.
In this situation, whoever Nwoko is guarding, they leave Nwoko on the floor, have a big on the floor. I don't like it, especially when you have a team like Arkansas whose bigs are pretty versatile. That if you just put them in the front court, they can break to the ball and get it in almost any time you want. I don't like having Knox with Nwoko guarding him at the other end of the floor. Get up here, let Knox break to the ball again. And then if they switch, let the other guy roll back to the ball, because your big guy, your center, is not going to be a guy that can get out there and deny the ball.
We lost by a singular point.
LSU one timeout remaining. Arkansas.
Wow, that's crazy. 2 picks already. Come on, Danny.
When Darius Acuff, who has done little if anything wrong today, missed a couple of free throws, and LSU wasn't able to take advantage. I know that hurt the Tigers'
Oh, dude, what a Lord.
We were wondering.
Yeah.
All 10 players
Oh,
not
I
only back.
forgot about it.
See if Arkansas might throw a home run ball at some point as well.
Of course, it's just injury. Of course, that's our new tackle.
It's a tremendous free throw shooter. It's going to give up to Akon, who just missed a pair. There comes the foul, but a few costly seconds.
Okay, let's go. We're 1-1. We won by 3, not very much.
But guess what? You just missed 2. Don't think that that's not in the young man's mind.
Okay, honestly,
Akon shooting 2.
I'm gonna have a weird idea. I'm gonna trade for Travis, or I'm gonna try to trade for Travis Hunter. I have no clue why I just thought about it.
Darius Akon Jr. Also now a 2-possession game.
Dylan Sampson.
Well, Akon with the miss.
There's no easy game about that.
And the Tigers wanted to
Griffin.
McMahon will spend one 6-point.
Wait, I'll give you guys Tyson Campbell. The freak? That was nowhere near it.
Let them advance the ball.
Receiver. Can I get Mitchell maybe?
So that they can take
Oh,
the ball and advance
okay.
the ball if they so choose
Now let's do
to
this.
the front court.
My call.
It makes the ending of these games so much better, and it makes the game as an.
So we got 80 on Mitchell. I think that's how you say his name, right? 80 on Mitchell. I really have no clue how to say it, but here. Of course, White Tellers. For 1 week, that's not bad at all.
Make the sacrifice to save timeouts, let it benefit you, and advance the ball.
Because now you need a long pass, a quick score, and you still need some help after that.
I guess,
Oh.
you all these things, we all know you want offense, you want high scoring games, because that's what your fans want.
Oh, we're 2-1.
Gets
Sick.
you there. You know, it gets you level.
We won by 1 point.
Score, get a lob, and score within 4 or 5 seconds, 1 or 2 seconds, and get a foul. And then,
Okay.
then all
Sorry.
of a sudden, this is the game, and if you have another timeout, now all of a sudden you can advance the ball again. It just makes it
So we're gonna have to get both of these
more
guys.
interesting.
Kobe.
Game following us.
Oh, jeez.
I'm good. I got nowhere to go. I have to go to my son's house and shovel the driveway.
That's right.
I'm hoping.
Division rival.
Yes, I understand.
Pittsburgh. Why did I say Pittsburgh?
All right, let's see what LSU is drawing up. They need a basket. They need to go quick. Thomas Jr. will pull up. And the tip won't go either. The Walker has it. The game is ended. A 52-point second half on the shoulders of Darius Akon Jr. Keeps the Razorbacks unbeaten at home.
We just lost to the
Showed up a
Titans.
little late. They were caught in the slow or something. But when they got going, they got it going. They got their offense going in the second half. 52 points. Akon was amazing. Love the fight of LSU. What a coaching job. What a bunch of dudes.
So right now we're
out there.
projected
And
to get a
let me
left
tell you,
tackle.
you think they're going to be an easy out with Thomas back on that team? You better not take them lightly. They got some wins coming their way.
Fun game today here at Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks get the win. So once again, our final Arkansas 85.
Jeez, we can't win a game. We're gonna go up against them.
So long from Fayetteville. Now let's go to SEC now.
Welcome to SEC now. LSU, Arkansas, just kind of cap it off.
Yeah, another a Saturday here. Both from Mother Nature and the basketball games as well. Arkansas 52 points in that second half. 70 Storms, Sorensen, you got Dave McFish back on Peter Burns, 57% from the field. What ultimately did you learn about this team that got all they could handle against LSU up there? But
They reiterated they got the best point guard in the SEC.
Yeah.
And at LSU, with DJ Thomas back, formidable competitor, and I'm anxious to see their incline as the season goes on. But man, Darius Akon,
Okay, that's a great start. Okay, it just went way ahead.
He's just so well beyond his years.
At least we scored.
The finesse and the skill that he has as a freshman is just unmatched. And
Go Garrett.
I kept showing Christian like 8 shots in a row. And he can't believe it. I'm like 10 shots in a row. When his team needed him, he completely stepped up.
And Mary Jo knows it too. I mean, he sees it.
Yeah.
And this is really important too.
Arkansas, Coffee's replacement, right? Arkansas made 11 of their last 12 shots in football. That ultimately was the difference, and the difference maker is number 5 right now joining us, Darius Acuff Jr. 31 points, my man. You were on fire today. Walk us through what happened in kind of like the last 6 minutes of this game that y'all just took over.
He picked that off. He picked that off. How did he catch that?
There for just a couple of moments, but 31 points to 13 of 19, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. And you talked about it before. And I don't know if there's a more valuable player to his team than what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he is able to elevate his team when the time is necessary.
Are we that bad? I can't even at first.
We're able to ask him. I think he needs to take it to another level. And it's because he's establishing
Over street.
on his team. And so these games where they come out and don't play to the level that they're capable of, he's the guy who's going to have to do it. Even as a freshman, he's doing so much stuff.
We'll find out what's in the
Darius Acuff after 30 burger, 31 points for him. I mean, what was working specifically in the second half for you guys?
It just came, I think everything came down to the defensive end, not really offense, but we all just made plays for each other to come up with the team.
Darius, when you're on the court, you got kind of that Detroit, Michigan mean one, but the guy said something to you that made you smile before that free throw that you went to take down the stretch. What did the guy say to you that made you smile before that last free throw?
Oh, we got the first. Oh.
I had to make one. Should have made another one.
Well, you hope win this game for Arkansas. You made 10 shots in a row there in that second half. Describe what that feeling was like when you just couldn't miss.
I feel great. Like I said, I can do anything for my team to win. At the moment, that's what I need to do. So I just came through for them. They came through for me. I'm just glad we came out with a win. I needed this one.
Darius, I was saying before you were able to hop on that you do so much for your team that, I would even ask for you to do even
The phone ringing. The phone ringing.
We've seen the team come out a little flat in some of these
The
games.
phone ringing.
What
The
do
phone
you feel like you
ringing.
can do as the leader of this team to make sure the guys come out and
I wanted the ball.
come back in some of these games like you had to do?
Yeah, it starts with the starters for sure, but definitely me. I got to be more religion on defense. I got to take more pride in that starting the ball. Like that's most of the time we start off so slow. So just still working on that. We got to put more pressure on the ball. If I can help the team, so we can make it early instead of late.
Y'all were able to do it, 52 points in that second half, shooting 57% from the field. Congratulations on a big victory. Be safe out there. The weather's getting a little bit nasty over in Fayetteville. Go enjoy with the boys, all right?
Appreciate it.
There it is. Darius Acuff Jr. 31 points.
Was that our first at least?
Strictly business.
We got the first.
But that's what they need, right? I mean, we're talking about last year. They put together this roster. Last second, they're trying to figure out what the Arkansas Razorbacks do. They bring a little bit of this.
But put this guy out of the game.
Now it's not just.
Or he's gonna get killed
Right. You think that they can get
by Roquan Smith. He keeps getting hit.
One team to pick in the NCAA tournament that's got to face the likes of UConn, Arizona, Michigan, Duke, whatever it is. I'm taking action at the best.
Samson, honestly, if I caught that, I about to just yell so loud.
Getting better every single day. Every single day. They're not taking nights off. But, if you're in a game and you have to continue to come back.
That's a different Samson though. And he scores.
That's what Arkansas's got to do to continue to get better.
I actually really like Darius Acuff's personality because you think about their head coach had a lot of personality. So your point guard out there, steady, even keel, and I know that Hal has been working him a little bit to try and get more out of him. We got a lot out of him today, 31 points, but I'm with you. When I see Arkansas at their best, playing defense, getting effort, running fast, Acuff obviously delivering to some of those stars out on the floor, Arkansas looks really good.
I mean, after we look at it today, we'll just sit there and look at it's a free throw. And free throw shooter, right? 7 of 18 from Arkansas. And again, LSU were able to get to a line. And credit to them. We'll talk about the Tigers in a little bit. But I mean, what else can you sit there and say, this is that one thing they need to improve? Right? And we've seen Florida play its A game. We didn't see that today. But what is,
Well, I was comparing, superstars to do like this sometimes, like dividend stays out. He's like the dividend, the Arkansas Razorback. So I don't know if it's much as on him.
Let's go. We're 3 and 4. Wow.
DJ Wagner, this is Zio, right? You've been there forever. You should actually go. Nick Pringle.
Yeah.
You should be the one that steps up instead of asking for this freshman. So if I was Cal, I'd get on those other guys and say, hey,
Bro, I'm about to fall asleep.
potentially the SEC Player of the Year. First freshman to do that since who? Brandon Miller? Yeah. So those other guys, they definitely step up.
DJ Thomas, 18 points. The second game back for LSU, getting back.
I think we just have the same amount of yards.
This is a team in LSU that's been playing everybody tough.
I mean, they were right in it to the end, and I thought they played Florida really well their last game with DJ back, and so give them a few more games to get some reps. But I really like the way LSU, pretty balanced, and I thought they played tough, especially at a place like
We had the same amount of yards.
really tough
What?
to play. So a lot of credit to the Tigers.
You're funny. You're funny.
Now I would ask though, Nardi, with a team like LSU that had DJ Thomas out for so many games, but had good wins in non-conference, like SMU, how does the committee evaluate them if they can go on a run here down the stretch in league play? Because that's what I expect the LSU Tigers.
Yeah, we're too good for this.
They got the Razorbacks at home in a couple of weeks too.
I thought he got a hoop. Beat up. This ball off. It's just really hard. Well, this Browns misconduct, man. Bro, we can't do crap. Can I keep straight? Can't just bring them much more. Bro, I literally can't.
I'm glad y'all let me crash the set today, but you just had to rub it in. Just had to rub it in. It was a great win.
This team sucks without an actual good QB like Phillip Rivers, which we had last year.
What does that mean? It's like, hey, it's my birthday, get like 2 texts, and my favorite team lose, they get 400 texts. That's how it works. We have a full hour of SEC now. Buckle up. Let's roll. Saturday Stars, oh yeah, they showed up early and often. Just a couple of buzzer beaters worked out well for us, and a couple streaks on the line. Florida have been great over at home, so at Arkansas, what was going to go on with some of the winning streaks here in this conference? We'll show you updates on those. And all right, Ron Slag, another big city not coming. So we went sleigh ride upgraded to Steffi Sorensen and the crew. Let's roll. This is what it looked like entering Saturday. The Florida Gators, the reigning national champs, atop that leaderboard. A&M Buckyball, if they stay hot, Arkansas lurking, Georgia on the road. Now it's going to be a separation Saturday. Hi, hello. What's up, Burns? Happy Burns. You're naming Fishback. That's Steffi Sorensen. You know, it's so nice I have it Slay here, I gotta be honest with you.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's just my eardrums are fine.
Steph is in the building, represented all day long.
Trying. Yeah, I'm not as loud as Slay.
Yeah.
And I don't have a headband, but maybe that's for the better.
But that's okay. Different, sometimes great. But we saw a lot of different things around the SEC, including a lot of different times we thought these games would tip off. Ole Miss, Kentucky, that was moved up. A little breakfast ball in Lexington. Vandy, Mississippi State moved up as well. We saw that one in Reed Arena got moved up. Bud Walton says we'll go early as well. And it wasn't just the men. We had Kenny Brooks and his crew taking on Georgia. That one was early in the day. This is the big one. Rick Barnes and his Tennessee Volunteers. First time they haven't been ranked since 2021. Taking on Charles Bediako. And Alabama. And you think
Right.
I'll ever say that?
That's pretty good.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
I mean, temporary restraining order since he can play. I'm joking around and saying about Bediako, but no, he is actually indeed playing. That's the story that's been dominating this week. Is Bediako Crimson Tide getting another quality big to aid in paint scoring, rebounding, rim protection, a little bit of everything. Now, Alabama head coach Nate Oates had this to say about his new/old big man joining the Tide.
First of all, the system's clearly broken, and I'm all for figuring out a way to fix it. But since the NCAA has already allowed professionals to play, virtually every team we played this year will play as a former professional player on their roster. You tell me how I'm supposed to tell Charles and the team that we're not going to support them when he's been deemed legally eligible to play. So Charles is still within his 5-year window. He's 23 years old. He's pursuing his degree here at Alabama. We've got our roster spot open, so this is not taking any opportunities away from a high school recruit or anybody else.
When you hear that, what do you make of his stuff? He says, hey, not going to take anybody's opportunity. He's enrolled in class. Where are we out in the school?
Well, if the system's broken, well, I don't fault him for taking advantage of it. You know, but my biggest thing with this,
Yeah.
and you and I have talked about this, we already have pro players that are coming over from Europe and playing. So what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Look, okay, that's, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I thought he covered it all because he really did a nice job of listening
Like, what's
to
the
all
difference?
the other antics of what people have said.
Yeah.
People say you're taking positions away from high school players. He said we got a roster spot open. He said that you know it's
He's a current student. He's enrolled in
another
class.
student. He's enrolled in class, finishing getting his degree. 5 years, because Cal talked about 5 years. He really did a nice job of covering it all. I don't fault him. I do fault the powers that be to figure something out so that we all know the rules. AKA, we know the speed limit. Somebody's not going 90 and we think the speed limit is 45 and 55. We know what the rules are. We abide by them and keep this beautiful game going.
Well, you can argue, Peter, the fact that they go to the judge who's, you know, in good standing with Alabama. I mean, that's
An
where it
Alabama grad, let's just see what it
gets
is.
iffy.
Right.
That's where it gets iffy, but, you know, Nate Oates says, hey, the system is broken.
Well, the NCAA came out and said he wasn't eligible. Alabama says, all right, we'll see how that plays out. They get a temporary restraining order. And again, Nate Oates was on our Sirius XM show a couple of weeks ago, and he said, hey, listen, I don't like that. I don't like the way that it's headed right now, but if other people are going to do it, why can't I? And even Greg Byrne, the athletic director, came out and said, hey, this is messy. Everybody agrees that it's messy, but how can you say that we're playing professional basketball in Europe is different than NBA? And this is Bediako, who never played in an NBA game. He signed a contract, and so how can the NCAA say this professional paycheck you're getting overseas is okay, but the one that you never got even playing on Adam Silver's NBA is different? I don't know where you're
Preach,
from.
baby.
Yeah, I do think that we have to get it settled fairly quickly because there's too much negative.
Okay, here's all the people I targeted.
About this beautiful
Calvin
game of
Austin,
college basketball.
Warren
Whether it's
Calvin
whether
Jr.
that's how much money people can make, whether that's how long
I don't
they
know
can
what's
be there,
going on up here. What are you gonna keep
whether
arguing?
that's the number of high school players. Let's get it figured out and let's push this beautiful game forward.
And part of the beautiful game is some of the matchups that we'll see. There's one head coach who weighed in on the Bediako decision. That is national championship winning coach Todd Golden said this to say the reality is I don't agree with it. I don't think he should be playing. I also don't fault Nate Oates because this is a very competitive space and they start
Warren
games.
McCalvin
Jr. In our specific league.
Orlando Brown,
We'll beat him anyway.
Cade
If he
Mays.
plays, we'll beat him anyways. Well, I guess you're confident at one point, just depending on what other teams. Can you beat Auburn? That's a big example. We'll get into that in a little bit. How about the game itself? For Tennessee, how big of a game is this in Coleman Coliseum today to get that opportunity tonight to get back in the good graces of bracketologists and a people?
Yeah. For Tennessee, I mean, just trying to get back into the top 25, they've been up and down. Houston lost today against Texas Tech, which Frank McCaskey off to the best start 2 years of any coach there. But
We got
Tennessee
Calvin
had the
Austin,
best win.
Cade Mays, and Orlando Brown.
Beating Houston earlier in the year, and I thought this was a team that could get to another Elite Eight, which would be 3 years in a row. What I haven't seen is consistency from Jacoby Gillespie.
We got
And
the
I mean
second round pick.
consistency for 40 minutes. He distributes the basketball, 5.6 assists a game. He puts up good points. But
Oh
when
my
the game
lordy
is on
lord,
the
this is
line,
a
you gotta be better
perfect pick.
down the stretch. That's the point guard. That's
Yes.
the quarterback. And
We
then
actually need a good
front line,
QB.
who I had so many huge expectations for, Steffi. I'm anxious to see how they perform against Aiden Sherrill and Charles Bediako.
That's why Nate Oates was
Jennifer.
excited about bringing in MVP, so when he needs a front court. I remember texting Ron Slay when Tennessee beat Houston. I'm like, Tennessee is for real. I mean, we were going back and forth, like, what a win that was. And then, you're right, consistency kind of been an issue. But for me, watching Alabama in this game, the injuries, Aiden Holloway is doubtful
Not
for this
playing in this
game.
game, correct? Yeah.
Allen as well.
And he's such a big shooter for them that
Live.
Tennessee's defense will definitely try to
As the night comes on, we'll continue to give you updates of that game. Tennessee, Alabama tipping off at 8:30. Auburn and Florida. Gotta go right over left when you do the Gator chop. I learned
Live my
that
life,
Patterson
it's
didn't
so,
coach.
it's just
Dane John Summerall.
I think I just knew it.
80 overall. You guys.
Chinelo.
To Keyshawn Murphy. Tell him how you feel.
Normally it's Chinelo doing it. This time it's Keyshawn Murphy.
Jennifer. You
He's fired
prefer.
up. They came out with something to prove right from the jump, no doubt. Keyshawn Hall, that first half,
Ole,
22
ole.
points, 7 of 11 in the first half, the most by an Auburn player to have since 2019. The Tigers.
That's it for episode 2. See ya.